Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I haven't raced in about 3 or 4 months and I haven't recorded a video in around 7, but we've managed somehow to get it on the second row of the grid in 3rd place, around 5/10 off pole position. We're here in the fixed Super Formula Series at Catalunya. So here we are on the grid at Catalunya in the Super Formula Series, waiting for the lights. We have 4 red lights. And we're away. They were held for quite a while. We get a little bit of a slow start, but managed to hook it up in 2nd gear. And we've managed to stay out of trouble and get ahead of that 3rd and 4th place. So we've made 1 position up into 2nd, and we're going to slot in behind Hankin, who is in the lead and started on pole. And we've got a little bit of a gap behind us, so we're going to try and keep it nice and tidy for this first part of this race and see if we can catch Hankin and make a move. Now, there was an incident behind us at the start there, so we'll go back in a little bit and have a look at that. But we're going to try and just keep it clean for this next part of the race, to keep with Hankin. Don't make any silly mistakes, because it's very easy to lock up and lose the rear in these Super Formula cars. So we're going to try and just follow his lead and try and build that gap behind us to David Cole there in the number 21 car, who is in 4th position. It's around the 7/10 mark, so it's a nice little gap. But we seem to be able to keep with Hankin here, so I think we might be able to make a move soon. And we're going well here, which I was very surprised at, because I haven't raced in about 3 months, as I said before. And we don't want to hit any of those sausage curbs on this final part of the track. It's very easy to do so and ruin your lap there. So let's go back and have a look at a replay of the start, and we can see there was looked like a jump start there, but we didn't get away that well. But we managed to hook it up in 2nd gear, so we gave ourselves a little bit of breathing room coming up to T1, and we have the inside line, and we slot in nicely there. And yeah, there was an incident just behind us, and there's a car on top of another car. So let's go back and have a look to see what happened there. So then we're on board with the number 4 car of Lucas there, and he gets a lot of wheel spin off the start, and we come tumbling past. He actually started in 2nd place, which I didn't realise. He's lost about 6 positions here, and it looks like he's going to try and get as many back in T1, and he's just gone in 2 hot, and 3 do not go into 1, and he is airborne, and that is his race over. Now, the car he took with him was the number 3 car of Nunez, who managed to get past him on that terrible start that he had round the outside, and he leaves a lot of room, but he just gets tagged, and all of a sudden Lucas is on top of him, and he has been taken out into the barrier, and that is his race over as well. So back to the live action now, and we've got our overtake on, trying to close that half a second gap to Hankin in the lead, and we get confirmation that we are up into 2nd place, with Costa behind us in 3rd, around 1.5 seconds behind. So we've got a nice little bit of breathing room here to try and settle down. And I'm really happy with how the race is going, considering I haven't raced in 3 months and also limited practice. I've had about 3 practice sessions, adding up to probably around about an hour, but I do know Catalunya, I've raced it a lot, and Hankin is in deep. We can't quite get it up the inside, but we're going to be very close to him coming into the left-hander, and he's gone defensive, locked up a little bit, but we're still not close enough to get that move done. Now, coming up into the S's, I think we can try and make a move on Hankin soon, but he's still keeping it nice and tidy. But with that slipstream, we're probably able to get nice and close to him coming down this straight here. And is he going to go defensive into the hairpin? He's not. He's stuck to the racing line. He's deep. He's locked up. We're up the inside. There's contact and we're round. And that is a disaster. We're onto the grass, and we're losing positions hand over fist here. We're going to try and rejoin safely while trying not to spin again, which is very difficult on the grass in these cars. And we've got a slowdown, but that's gone. And Steve Hill is up the inside there, and Rafsak is there as well. We're going to go round the outside of him. We've lost it again. We're off. We're over the speed bump. The race is just going from bad to worse. We need to try and get back into a rhythm again and get calmed down. We're now behind Bundesman, so let's go and have a look at the replay of this incident with Hankin. So we're closing in on him quite quickly there through the S's. And we managed to get into the slipstream, coming round the right-hander, down the straight, where you normally would have DRS, but not in these cars. And he's staying onto the racing line, but he's gone in deep, locked up. We thought there was a gap, but we've gone in too much. We've hit him. Luckily, we managed to not go all the way round, but we're losing so many positions. And then back when we did rejoin, this happened. Rathsack going slow for some reason. We lock up, thinking we can go around the outside, and we're off onto the sausage curb, and we have to slot in back behind Bundesman and try to recover those positions back. Go back to the live action now, and Bundesman's going to try and make a move on Rathsack, but he's gone in deep and locked up. Rathsack's up the inside. I think there might have been contact. We have to get out of the throttle, and we could have had a very bad couple of laps there, but Rathsack's in deep. And he's trying to keep it going, but he's spun. We've managed to anticipate it and miss that. That could have been disastrous in the same corner a lap later. But we've managed to avoid that incident, and that puts us back up into 8th. So let's go back and have a look at what happened there. So Rathsack is coming into the hairpin on the racing line. Bundesman comes out of nowhere, locks up. Rathsack does well to avoid him. There isn't actually contact, but that means we have to get out of the throttle. And I think Rathsack is a bit unsettled, and he goes in a little bit wide, tries to keep it going, but the back just doesn't want to play ball, and he spins out and he's onto the grass. So bad luck there for Rathsack. And back to the live action with us, and we are on the back of Bundesman, who's going to try and make a move on Hill as well. So Bundesman's going quick here. He's up the inside. He's made the position his, and he is up to 6th position. And we are now behind Steve Hill in 7th, trying to recover the positions we lost in that incident with Hankin on the 2nd lap. And it looks like Hill's a bit deep there as well. So we're trying to keep our race nice and smooth here. Hill locks up a little bit. Looks like he's trying to get back at Bundesman. And we've also set the fastest lap on that lap then. So we are the quickest driver on track. So I'm hopeful that we can make some positions back, and we are right on the back of Steve Hill here. A little bit cautious and not that smooth through that right-hander. We're coming up into T10. Oh, and he's on the brakes early. We have to make a move. Somehow we get a 4X for that. So must have been a bit of netcode, and we're on the sausage curb. We're nearly sideways again, and Steve Hill manages to get back up the outside of us. So God knows what's going on here. He locks up again and he's off. We're up the inside. And we're round the outside into the chicane. And we manage to make the move stick. So back with the live action now. And we're coming on to start lap 10. And I notice Elliot Hankin on the Delta there. He's falling down the order. And he's the one we hit into when he was in the lead. So something must have happened with Hankin there. So let's go back and have a look at a replay of Hankin coming into turn 10, the hairpin. He's keeping it nice and tidy there. Oh, and into the left-hander, the rear gets a little bit loose and he's off, and he just clips the barrier there. So that is his race ruined. Unfortunate for Hankin there. And apart from that, nothing else really happened in that race. So here we are on the final lap, coming through the chicane to finish in 6th position. Now, I was quite happy with that result considering the length of time it's been since I've had a race. So very happy with that result. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and if you'd like to see more, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.